What's up, y'all? So here we are. I'm on the camera. I don't know if y'all can see, but it's been such a long time since I used this thing. So if you haven't seen my last video, I did get state ref, so I don't know when that's gonna really get go into effect. So I've been driving it a little bit here and there, but today doing the belts. It's only my AC belt that's going out. It's starting to tear. It has like a whole chunk missing on the side that's more close to the engine, and I can hear it smacking around when the car's running. So I'd rather not have it basically tear and then explode and affect the other belt. So, and then obviously you got to take the front belt off to get to the rear one. So I'm gonna do both. So we got AC Delco belts. I think for both of these they're only $30. So we'll see how long these last, see if we have any issues with them. I don't know how much of that y'all can see, but so VVT solenoids are like right over there. You see the markings for the cams. That's the crank pulley right there. Water pump. Kind of hard to see for y'all, but this is where it is for the this is where the tensioner is for the AC belt. This one right here, right below the water pump. That's the tensioner for the main belt. I didn't feel like jacking up the car, so I'm just doing the floor, but obviously there's the headlight. Underneath the car you get the front sway bar. Right behind that is the bolt that you loosen to take the tension off the belt. Other bolt, once again, hard to see, but it's just right under the tensioner for the main belt. You loosen it, loses the tension up and down for the tensioner, and then you can just pull the belt off. It's not too bad. Definitely not the worst belt I've done on a forward-facing engine. The ribbed parts are all on the inside, except for, you know, obviously the tensioner is on the outside. And then really, yeah, same thing. The AC ribbed part is on the crank, AC, and then flat parts on the tensioner. The way I did it was just count how many threads, how many rotations I used to loosen the tensioner bolts, and then when I put it back, just did the same way, and then added a turn or two to make sure it's tight. This is the next couple days after I changed the belts, drove it. The belts are still squeaky. I don't know why. Oh yeah, my stupid ass accidentally put on the old belt back on for the main belt, serpentine belt, accessory belt, whatever. But that one was completely fine. It looked completely good, so just the AC belt was fucked up, but I like my AC, so I started like sanding off the plenum. But I'm about to do oil change, and then I'm about to weld this on, get some extra power on there. I didn't want to put it pre-turbo because, you know, anything will just increase the lag. That's not just straight pipe. So you know, obviously if you've seen a lot of people's rear mounts off the turbo, it just does a 90 or does a 45 and just goes to the back, or it can just do straight 45 angle to exit. That's how mine is. It just goes like that, and then a little muffler. But that muffler is more like just a resonator, you know, just go straight through, and it's like that. So just go straight through. It doesn't really have any back pressure on it, so it doesn't make the biggest difference. Like I don't know, it feels like it doesn't make a big difference, but if I take it off, that shit will be deafening. So since this one's right before the 90, you know, any turns in the exhaust is going to create more and more back pressure, so it'll have a little bit more back pressure right there to make this, even though it's so small, it'll make it a little bit more effective rather than if it had no pressure, it was just free flowing. So I got all smooth, flat, and then what is it called when you like do the little lip and you make it taper? I forget what it's called, but we got everything prepped up right. What's up, guy? Look at this guy. It's the neighbor's dog. He roaming around. Car is so dirty. I need a new bumper so bad. It came off the bottom clips, off the grill. I want to run it with no bumper. I love how it looks like that, like no bumper, but keep the grill on. Sorry y'all, it's hella windy, but here's a look, what it's looking like under there. You can see the new muffler right there. Don't mind those welds. I ran out of wire, had to use shitty wire, and those two steels, that stainless steel elbow is like decently high grade, and that muffler, it claims to be a similar grade, but it's not. They lying. That's what you get for getting the Amazon muffler. So it was really tough to weld on, but it's cool. It's real subtle. It makes enough of a difference. Like, takes the drone down a notch. And then when I'm at like 2,500, it just makes me sound like I'm at like 2,000. All right, y'all. So if y'all ever wondered how I mount my intercooler, a lot of people do it differently. Some people run really big intercoolers. Since it's a rear mount, it doesn't really need a big intercooler. It's just your average eBay size intercooler. I think it's like 27 by 7, something like that. When I do it, just solid. Trust me. So, gotta use the horn and 2 zip ties and a bolt onto the intercooler. Solid. And then on this side, I have this, and it was really long. I just cut it, and I had a bolt on it. Then I cut it. Then I took the bolt off to kind of fix the threads, basically. And then just goes through this hole. But what happened? I got home last night, and I noticed my entire intercooler was like almost touching the floor, and that's because I forgot to tighten these. Ever since I mounted this intercooler, which was back in December, I'm surprised it didn't fall off sooner. Yeah, I just forgot. So this bolt came out of the thread, so this was just hanging there. The intercooler was just like right here. This was in there, you know, but it came off right there. So like that. Make sure they're tightened against each other. Then just get the top bolt, and that's what will drive it in to here. I just didn't have it tightened. I just did it hand tight. Literally just holding the threads itself, just threading it into there, just hand tight. I never tightened this. One nut on the top, obviously that's what holds it up. And then one nut on the bottom so it doesn't like bounce up, just like solid mounted. Even with just the zip ties, you can see it's held up, but obviously I'm gonna do this right now. So, like I said, nut on the bottom, nut on the top, and it also helps you line up this. See, I don't know about y'all, but I'd like to roll around like that. I think that looks cool, but I can't. So wait till I move out of state. I'm gonna roll around however the fuck I want. Come and get me. Well, that's basically gonna be the end of this one. A little short, scattered video, just doing a little stuff to the car. Yeah, that's really it. Next couple videos definitely gonna be more action-packed than this one was. Just had to, you know what I'm saying, keep updating. I wish I recorded more stuff in the beginning, honestly, like before going turbo, just cause like I really do this shit for me and a couple of y'all who really fuck with me. So, but yeah, I really wish I recorded more stuff, or at least had more pictures or sounds, like what the car sounded like at each stage before turbo and stuff like that. But all cool. Next builds definitely gonna be A to Z, all of it. Overall though, it's only gonna get sicker until I blow the engine or something. I don't know. But yeah, no, stay tuned. Fuck with me. It's gonna get scary.